Valla bunu sormuyorsun sen. Evet, ne öyle tutuyormuş.
Look how they did his shoulders.
Did who?
That's right. See, all those.
Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go! 30 base. Check. Ready?
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Under 10.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, dude. Check right 45. Check right 45. Push him back. Push him back. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Hey. 45 to Mike. They're not ready for this. Get it.
On 2nd and 7, Kaiser. He's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked out by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
I didn't see
These
him.
guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Wow.
Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's got some Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Miller, 39 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Kaiser to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the set. Mike 58 right there. Hey, Charlie. Come on, go.
On 3rd down, Kaiser.
What the fuck? Kaiser, how did you overthrow that?
Nearly picked, instead it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And look at this.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
The surge is going to be
What
too
is
much
going
defensively.
on?
He's hit and taken down to the backfield.
Come on, man. I ain't putting no fake in there.
But it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready. Mike 55. Hey, keep it. Hey, get away. Watch it.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he stopped immediately there.
Bullshit,
Sean
man.
Davis that time on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
Banjo. Hey, Chico. Watching you grind. You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater.
There you go, man.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder Artie Burns.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mack. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Run. He's telling you, tell him to run. We got three.
Kaiser now. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Rock it.
Watch one. Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, Sam off. Check up.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
45,
From just shy of midfield, Kaiser. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let us go, Ken.
Get it, baby.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Haywood.
58's the money. 58's the money. Watch the run.
Shoot.
From the 38,
Train
Kaiser.
of 4 quarters.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go now. 10-2 saw. Go. 5. 80 weapons.
58's Mike.
5.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Let's get this.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Come on.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. Now it's Miller.
This nigga falls and trips. He falls and trips.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Fucking falls and
Let's just
trips.
face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Miller. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Check. Undercrush.
On second down, here's Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Yes.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Check three. Greystone, travel. Smooth. Get it.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On second down,
Well,
it's Mack. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up
damn,
1 yard and brings up 3rd
y'all ain't
down.
trying to block shit, yo.
I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 3rd and short yardage, Kaiser.
Damn it.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch twist.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Second
No
quarter
catch.
action,
Yes.
1:56 remaining.
Let's go.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This is Connor. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
They looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
On the double. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon
We need
Mack.
to get something going.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another
Right about
pitch and
that
catch
shit,
there
bro.
to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Blue draw quarter. Hey, I-7.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser. And now he'll tuck it and run. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bravo.
So nice number one. Double dog. That's the way.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Chopper! Hey, Foxtrot! And let's pin the mirrors back and shoot!
To throw again. Kaiser buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Don't be mad. More coming. This is where I came from.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we're at halftime in this AFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken in the end zone.
What?
And it'll will be
You
a
let this
terrific
motherfucker run
return
it.
here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Ready, set, right. Check, right, 54. Right, 54. Too little, check.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll run it again with Miller. And down inside the 15
still got the
he
first.
goes. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, but a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. It's a 6.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the crowd.
This is Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
Oh, he killed you on that pass. Come on, baby. Damn.
Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Damn.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm liking this, fellas. Let them come down, get down there nice and easy and shit. Trying to make these niggas think they really can play some ball.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
Get the ball out, man. Come on.
He goes down. Darius Leonard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on first down, Kaiser.
There you go, baby.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Get down with the ball. We need some kind of breaks.
Here we go, here we go.
Some kind of breaks.
Check 52. 6-6, pull it high.
See what he's doing to us.
Go. Beat them,
They'll run with Darkwan. Quincy Wilson in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Kaiser. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Kaiser. And Jeffrey's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st down, Steelers.
Set. 10 Lobo. Get that ball. Get that ball. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Echo. Down.
A 1st down throw for Kaiser. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Check 24, check 24. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll try to run it with Mack. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 78 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with a grab with Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Kaiser.
No!
He rifles one that's intercepted.
God
off
damn
at
it!
37. With a great return as he gets this
Come on,
close to
man.
the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about
wide-ass
possessions being at a
throw.
premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. Touchdown. Watch 54. Quick.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Campbell making the catch. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Check 15. Ready to go.
On third down, Miller. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
A 23-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Kaiser, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. What? Let's get the call.
What about the damn pass interference that came after that?
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the
other line.
This game. Just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Spend money on you retarded bitches.
They'll throw again. Kaiser.
And you dropped the fucking pass.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long for Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go.
Ready.
Now Kaiser on 4th down.
Thank you, about time.
But there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kaiser. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Kaiser. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
18, Gator.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again.
Motherfucker.
Kaiser, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's get it. You got that right there.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Lamar Miller. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Go.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
Mm-mm-mm.